Good evening and happy Saturday. We've seen quite the active day so far. Showers pressing throughout the state of Nevada. Here close to home, we saw some severe thunderstorms produce some quarter-size hail, some heavy rainfall, some puddling out there on the streets. Most of those are starting to fizzle out, but we're seeing this high pressure over the Four Corners continue to circulate and move around this moisture. This is monsoonal moisture. You can see that pressing into the state of Nevada and the Four Corners with this moisture continuing to track. You can see that out there on the water vapor radar right now. All of those areas in green seeing dense cloud coverage, and that's the moisture that we're tapping in for those showers that we've seen so far today. The good news is most of these are really starting to fizzle out. We're not watching out for any kind of crazy thunderstorm activity to go about the evening. We'll see these mostly calm down probably after 10 o'clock. I would be doubting to see if we saw any rain fall from the sky. We'll see a continuation of showers getting into tomorrow, though. Mostly widespread coverage over the Great Basin. Here close to home, we'll be watching out for these kickoff to the Sierra and press into those southern counties first, including Douglas, Mineral, and Lyon County. And watch out for storms initiating to the Tahoe Basin as well. Tomorrow, those potential showers crank up to about a 70% chance. So another active day in store tomorrow. We'll see clouds kick in and continue tonight. That'll help actually keep us warm as it blocks in the heat that we get throughout the day, and that'll be leaving those kind of warm and muggy starts to the day tomorrow. But as far as tomorrow goes, like I said, we'll see those showers initiate to the Sierra and press north. So look south and look towards those higher elevations, especially if you feel those wind speeds pick up. Flood watches continue into Mineral, Lyon, and Douglas County, as well as Carson City, Story, and parts of Washoe County. So all of the hazards with some of these storms will be that hail, lightning, flooding, and winds. Now, wind will be the precursor to those, so if you feel those wind speeds start to pick up out of nowhere, you'll probably smell some rain and see some in the near future. Now, with flooding, we've got to watch out for those areas with burn scars, because what can happen with that water rushes downhill and it carries all of that debris from burn scars. Roads can puddle up and creeks can rise as well. Rivers on the low end of things right now, but this is subject to change because we're going to watch out for showers every day from here going into next week. Now, winds mostly calm out there, but we'll see a few winds crank up probably out of nowhere with those gusty outflows around 2 o'clock tomorrow. That'll signify when we'll see storms initiate after 2 o'clock. So light winds will be expected, but if you feel those wind speeds pick up out of nowhere, then we could be watching out for those showers. 77 degrees out there right now. My background's not pulling up from the live look. Apologize for that. We're seeing those 80s getting into tomorrow and the next week. So highs in the lower 90s means 80s throughout most of the afternoon. Currents out there in the 50s for Lake Tahoe, 77 here in Reno, 80 degrees out in Fallon. So nice 70s and 80s. We'll get to those overnight lows in the upper 60s and lower 70s. These are going to be above average overnight lows because, like I said, we have that cloud coverage and it's trapping in the heat we get throughout the day. Tomorrow, you'll notice those mid 80s out in Ely and Austin, 92 to Hawthorne, 104 to Vegas, with upper 80s and lower 90s here close to home for a pretty warm day in store, but we've been seeing those upper 90s the past few days, so I'll take those cooler temperatures. Shower potential continues throughout the next few days up at Lake Tahoe, holding on to those 70s, but watch out for rain because that potential for showers is on the increase with a 70% chance tomorrow going into next week.
But I got to tell you, I don't mind the rain. I like a few sprinkles. The moisture here in the high desert, we desperately need more rain. So being able to have that storm weather shift travel through is, I love it.
It's really good. I always say our desert always needs a drink. And
I like that one.
Yes, it does. And, you know, it cools us down too.
It does.
So when we watch out for those afternoon showers, it's usually about the warmest part of the day, so it cools us off.
Absolutely. Thank you, Barrett. Wonderful.